Hey everyone, I'm Shane Reinhardt, owner of Reinhardt's Four Seasons, and I'm here to show you how I took my business from a push mower to what it is today. All right everyone, it's November 4th. We are wrapping up our fall lawn and landscape season. And one would think that being a landscaping company that we would be gearing up for the upcoming snow season. Well, what if I told you that at Reinhardt's Four Seasons, we don't do snow services?
Wait, what?
So before I start to tell you about why we don't do snow removal, let me just start with that wasn't always the case. When I got started as a solo operator, I had 40 to 50 snow blowing accounts that I serviced, like I just said, pretty much solo. Did that for 4, maybe 5 years, and it started to get to the point where I was missing out on things in life that I wanted to do. What were those things? Well, in the wintertime, again, yeah, you're off because you're not landscaping or cutting grass or doing anything like that. But when you're doing snow removal, yeah, you're off, but you're still tied to home. You can't go up north for the weekend, you can't go on a family vacation, you can't do anything because there's always a chance that it could snow. So it just got to the point for me where we started to do landscaping services and my mind started working where, okay, this is how much revenue we did on average the past 4 or 5 seasons in snow removal. What if I worked X amount of weekends doing landscaping stuff in the summertime when it's predictable to make that money up and have the entire winter off? Now my mind's turning. So a couple years goes by and we're not doing snow removal services. Over that time though, start to get some consistent full-time guys on our crew. Well, as that happens, these guys approach me and mention, hey, we'd really like to, start doing some snow removal services. So not knowing that I wanted nothing to do with it, but not wanting to turn that opportunity away from them, I agreed with them that, you know what, we have most of the equipment already, I'll get the remainder of it, but you guys are responsible for it all. You're responsible for the coordinating, the doing so of it, and everything else in between. Well, we did that for a couple seasons, and, life happens, things change, and a couple of those individuals aren't with us anymore, and that's okay, but what ended up happening is that the guy who wanted nothing to do with the snow removal services from the beginning ends up with it all left at his plate or on his plate. So that only just reconfirmed where I'm about to go with this video and why we don't do snow removal services. So what's my problem with snow plowing? Well, the only thing consistent about snow plowing is that it's unpredictable. And because it's unpredictable, that makes it extremely challenging to staff. And why is it extremely challenging to staff? Well, because it's unpredictable. It only snows at night and on the weekends. For those of you that have been doing it, you've probably realized that it's not a 9-to-5 job, which obviously in turn makes it hard to get a consistent crew in every time that snow machine turns on. Now, aside from that stuff, we're talking about extra equipment wear and tear. And yeah, this stuff's tough, but think about what you're really asking it to do. You're asking it to run at below freezing temperatures. It's got to run around in salt. It's got to run around in brine. There's trailers you've got to use to get equipment to certain places. You're asking a truck like this to drive around for 12, 18, 20 hours in four-wheel drive while pushing wet, heavy snow. That's just not an ideal situation for this equipment to be successful in time after time after time again. Now, if you have newer stuff, that's great. You know what? You're setting yourself up for success. But there's still a lot of extra wear that you're putting on those machines than you are just simply pulling a trailer in the summertime with it. All right, so now I've stirred the pot up with this whole snow removal topic. Please let me reiterate that I'm not saying that you cannot do very, very well for yourself or your company by doing a snow removal service. Really, the purpose of this video was to get you to understand why we're currently not offering this as a service. That doesn't mean down the road we might not be offering it. This might be part of Reinhardt's 4 seasons like it was in the beginning. But it's also then to educate you on the hardships of it and the struggles of it and the sacrifices that come along with it. Now, anybody could come up here and talk about how hard something is going to be when you set out on a journey, whether it's snow removal, landscaping, concrete, construction, whatever the case is. It just goes back to the old saying that if it was easy, everyone would do it. So, take it all with a grain of salt. The purpose of this channel is just to educate and inform you about some of the things you might encounter along the way. Thank you, everyone. I hope you got something out of this. We'll see you next time.